Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, we're going to be talking about excellence with one of the top luxury home builders in North Texas. The great Mike Garabedian is in the studio. His incredible journey just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
So as long as I can remember, I've been obsessed with excellence. I remember in my TV news days, even though the camera person would be in charge of editing my story, I would edit it myself because I wanted it just right. And now I started this public relations firm and a podcast network, and I'm still obsessed with excellence. And that's why I have my next guest on the show. Mike Garabedian is in the studio. He's with Garabedian Properties. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Very cool. So I want to talk a little bit about your journey, because you didn't start out wanting to be a home builder. What were you going? What did you go to college for?
So I was being a builder was an accident.
Yeah.
I was in college. I was either going to be in politics and policy, or I was going to be a stockbroker.
Okay.
Went to work part time for a home builder out of at the time Arlington. I was ETA. Go Mavericks.
Yeah.
I went to work part time for him. I was a computer nerd. It was back in the early '90s, and people were learning computers. I knew computers, so I got them computerized. Then me and my future wife were graduating. She was a nurse, and she was, she had a real job. And I remember Randall Garrett, who got me in the business, he said, "I guess you need a job." I said, "I guess so." So he gave me an old beat up Ford truck and put me to work in the field and taught me the business.
And then you started your company in the late 90s. And if I remember right, the late 90s were like a kind of a heady time. I mean, the dot-com boom, the stock market was going crazy. So what were the first few years like for you?
It was pretty intense. I mean, it was, you don't know what you don't know back then, but we had a good run. We started out with 2 large spec homes. A spec home is a home that you build that you don't have a seller for. You just build them on your own account. And we sold them fairly quickly and did well and just kept going. But right before when the dot-com boom was going there, and we still had a lot of folks moving to Dallas-Fort Worth, it was a good market.
And you were telling me right before the show that the dot-com bust was really tough on your industry. So you went from dozens and dozens of home builders in Northeast Tarrant County to just a few.
Yeah, there was 2 really big incidents. We had the dot-com bust, and which was really painful for our industry because of layoffs, and we're very job dependent, our industry. And then, of course, the 08-09, which really, it wiped out. It did damage to the industry that I don't think people can imagine.
Wow.
In the way of builders and trades.
So I have this theory that anytime you have a downturn, it separates the weak players from the strong players. So how did you survive, Mike?
Grace of God. We had I remember the hailstorm of 2009. We were able to do a whole bunch of roofs and repairs for folks, and then we had another couple issues where literally people call us out of the blue and buy a lot or buy a house. Just literally, grace of God got us through it.
Wow. We're going to pull up your website, and as we scroll down the website, I want to just brag about you because we talk about excellence and your attention to detail. Every custom home is a work of art for you, isn't it?
I've never built the same home twice.
Wow. And so when you're starting a project for the first time, how do you work with the customer to build their dream home?
You want your owner to give you inspirational pictures, and they'll show you pictures of things they like, and then you want to know why they like it. And once they explain why they like it, then you can help morph that into, with the architect and the designer, into a plan that progresses.
And often, Mike, you can make something even more beautiful than what they drew up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So talk about your, you've done more than 100 homes in your career, which is a lot.
Yeah.
So you've had a lot of experiences on, if we put this texture in, if we put this living room in. So talk about your experience and how that plays a role in how you serve your clients.
Well, with any industry, the longer you do it, the more you accumulate knowledge and data in your head. That allows you to remember that we did this 5 years ago, and this is what happened, the good or bad thing. So you can coach your owners on what choices they should make. I'm a very tech savvy builder. I've told my owners I can make your house do a backflip, but it's just a matter of do you want to invest that much in technology. So you got to know your owner's temperament, and once you understand that, you can kind of coach them on how to get through to where they want to go.
Yeah. Mike makes all these amazing YouTube videos. I found one that I really like. Let's go ahead and roll that. Mike, that's breathtaking. I mean, do you remember this project?
Absolutely. Thank you.
And that view, I mean, just I can only imagine the thrill of the homeowner at the end of the day, sitting on that patio by the pool and having a glass of wine.
It's like a resort. You go out there in that zero infinity edge pool and just lay over the edge and look out over the sunset.
Yes. When right before the show, I got to tell you, he's looking around our studio and he's finding little imperfections. So if you want a home built with excellence, you want to bring Mike in, because I see this room and I see perfection, and you see, oh well, they probably could have done that better. But that serves your clients, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, I mean, we tell our team, you look for what's wrong, not what's right. And nobody's going to bat 1,000, but if we can find the little odd and ends, the little glitches, the little things that are out of whack and take care of it, it's fewer things for the owner to worry about.
Yeah. When I watch the news, they're always talking about home sales, and often they're talking about a national statistic. And DFW, there's probably not a better market than DFW. I mean, we've got a lot of people moving in here from California and New York, where they just sold a small property, and it's amazing how far your money goes in Texas.
We are incredibly blessed. When we go to our briefings on market studies, they tell us what the rest of the country is doing. And if you live in Dallas-Fort Worth, even though this may not be the hottest market in the world, it's still, at time, it's still a great place to be.
I want to give you a chance to talk about your dream team, because you've assembled a great team of on your leadership team, but you've also assembled a great group of people in the field, and they share the same values you do.
Oh, absolutely. Many of my key trades have been with me 20, 30 years. I mean, there's a couple of them I've probably known longer than my wife, and we've been married 30 years.
Wow.
My electrician's been 30 some odd years. My plumber's been 25 years. My concrete man's been 35 years. It's really important to have a team of folks that know what you do and how you do it. And I can't tell you how many times we've been on a job site and a trade will come up and say, no, remember we did this last, 5 years ago and it didn't work. We're going to do it this way this time. Or remember it.
Wow.
And they're part of the team. They're not workers for us. They are our team, and they help us do what we do.
Yeah. And not to disparage any other home builders, but not all of them have a team that has been with them as long as yours.
There's a lot of great builders. Many are dear friends of mine. They all have a different program. Our program is based upon that model.
Outstanding. Well, let's talk about the market, because obviously the last few years have been challenging because mortgage rates went up, and you have a lot of people sitting in their home not ready to move until they can get a better interest rate. Mm-hmm. And I think we just heard from the Fed that it looks like we're going to get an interest rate cut, 1 or 2, perhaps this year. What does that do to the market? Is there a lot of pent-up demand?
There is a lot of pent-up demand. We are seeing some movement in a lot of places, and a lot of folks are asking questions and progressing. So there's movement down there below the surface. But yeah, the people being trapped in these people that have 2% and 3% mortgages, it takes a lot to motivate them to get out of their home, and that'll take a little time.
All right, let's talk. In every career, there's a W. Obviously, in football, you win a game, whether you're winning it ugly or you're winning it pretty. In your career, I have to imagine that showing the homeowner their home for the first time and walking through has to feel amazing.
It is Yes, I mean you spend. I mean some of these homes take us. We're on one project now. It's taking us 4 years to build it.
Wow.
So you every day you see the house, and your owner sees the house, and they see it. It's like watching sausage being made. You're seeing it in
Right.
the production, the mess, and all the things that come along with it. But that first time you clean the house up, and it's clean and polished and mopped out, everything's in there, and everything's working, and they walk through. You can see it in their eyes, and then and sometimes you see tears, but you see it in their eyes, and they say, "Oh my gosh, we did it."
That's
And
beautiful. Mike, we've got about 2 minutes left. So why don't you look into the camera on the left and talk to the potential homeowner who is thinking about doing a new build and why they might want to check you out.
We love to help out with anyone that wants to build a home or renovate a home. We also have an estate management group that takes care of homes after they're built. Our motto, our goal is happy owners, period. And our motto is we will build your home as if it was our own, providing prompt, courteous, professional service during, while you move in and long after you moved in.
Outstanding. Mike, I can see why you're so successful. Thank you for sharing your excellence gene with the world, because I think more company owners need to have that same ethos that you do. We're going to end with your website, which is Garabedianproperties.com. The great Mike Garabedian. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you, Jeff.
You
Go
bet.
ahead.
That's it for now. We'll see you next time.